The Book of Esther is a unique historical narrative found in the Hebrew Bible and the Christian Old Testament. It is set during the Persian period and tells the story of Queen Esther, a Jewish woman who becomes the instrument of God's providence to deliver her people from a plot to annihilate them. Summary of Esther. Esther becomes queen. The story begins in the Persian capital of Susa during the reign of King Ahasuerus, Xerxes I. The king hosts a lavish banquet for his nobles, and Queen Vashti refuses to obey his order to appear before him and his guests. As a result, Vashti is deposed, leading to a search for a new queen. Esther, a Jewish orphan living in Susa under the care of her cousin Mordecai, is among the young women selected to participate in the king's beauty contest. Esther finds favor in the king's eyes and is chosen to be the new queen, though she keeps her Jewish heritage a secret. Mordecai foils a plot. While serving as gatekeeper at the king's palace, Mordecai overhears a plot to assassinate King Ahasuerus. He informs Esther, who reports it to the king, and the would-be assassins are apprehended and executed. Haman's plot. Haman, a high-ranking official in the king's court, becomes enraged when Mordecai refuses to bow down to him. Learning that Mordecai is Jewish, Haman devises a plan to exterminate all the Jews in the kingdom. He convinces King Ahasuerus to issue a decree authorizing the destruction of the Jewish people on a designated day. Mordecai's request to Esther. Mordecai learns of Haman's plot and implores Esther to approach the king and plead for the lives of her people. Esther hesitates at first, as it is against the law to approach the king uninvited. However, Mordecai reminds her that her position as queen may be part of God's providential plan for such a time as this. Esther's brave act. Esther, after fasting and prayer, bravely decides to risk her life by going unsummoned before the king. She finds favor with the king, who grants her request to invite Haman to a private banquet. At the banquet, Esther reveals her Jewish heritage and exposes Haman's sinister plot. Haman's downfall. Enraged by Haman's wickedness, the king orders his execution. Additionally, the king issues a new decree, allowing the Jews to defend themselves against any attacks on the designated day when they were to be annihilated. The Jews' victory. On the appointed day, the Jews defend themselves against their enemies, and they emerge victorious. The Jews celebrate their deliverance, and the day is established as the festival of Purim, commemorating the triumph of the Jewish people. Conclusion. The Book of Esther tells the story of how God's providence works through the bravery and courage of Queen Esther to save the Jewish people from annihilation. It emphasizes the importance of faithfulness, courage, and taking action even when facing daunting circumstances. The story of Esther also highlights God's sovereignty and his ability to work through unexpected individuals to accomplish his purposes. The Book of Esther is a powerful reminder that even in times of uncertainty and danger, God is present and in control, and he can use ordinary people to bring about extraordinary deliverance. The festival of Purim continues to be celebrated by Jewish communities to this day, commemorating the events and the significance of God's deliverance through Esther and Mordecai.